Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 493, and we're here live in Southwest Florida in my studio. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you have any questions for me, if you have anything to share, and if you end up watching the recorded version, please also feel welcome to do the same. Good morning, Joe and Judy. Thanks for joining live. Happy Friday. Hi, Pamela and Lisa and Naughty Little Skein and Simone. Good morning, everybody. I think it said Simone. Hi, Rebecca and Pamela. Lucy, Lily, good morning. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining live, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. Hi, Carmen and G and Kathy. Good morning, Tiffany. Okay. All right. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 493, and we're here live in Southwest Florida in my studio. Same place we did the podcast last night. If you didn't get a chance to watch last night's podcast, I went over all of the beautiful colors of Be So Sporty and Be So Sporty Bling, and we mixed and matched, and it took lots of suggestions from viewers to mix and match them with different colors of Be So Dazzling yarn to put together different color combinations of my second version of the Trinity shawl. If you have already purchased the Trinity stitch pattern tutorial, which comes with all of the instructions for the 7 different shapes in written instructions and in chart form, and the 90 suggested project ideas, and the original pattern for the original Trinity shawl, I am going to update it later today with the modifications for how to turn it into a shawl, to turn it into this version of the same shawl. Very minor modifications. I'm just going to talk about the different color stripes and the different colors of yarn that I use, the different hook size, and I'll be sharing those modifications in a blog post as well. But if you want that information updated in your treble crochet PDF, just please email me with your order number and I can send you out a new link. Otherwise, everybody that orders the treble crochet stitch tutorial as of today will receive all of the versions of the shawl pattern in the stitch tutorial. Hopefully that made sense. It sounded kind of wordy. I thought I had a coaster up here. There we go. No point in messing up my pretty white desk if I don't have to. So last night we went over all of the Be So Sporty colors with dazzling with this one, and I thought that was fun. But what I was thinking is that there's no reason why you can't, a shawl that's top down can't be done in number 4 worsted weight yarn, number 2 sport weight yarn, and it can also be done in number 1 fingering weight yarn. So if you'd rather do this shawl, I should take it off so you can see. I also want to show you some tips on how to actually wrap it to make it a scarf like this. I feel like there's a slight little nuance to draping it that really does change it from looking kind of okay to looking pretty. So I'll show that in a minute too. Okay. What was I going to do? Oh, first I was going to show you that this really is a shawl, not just a scarf. Whoops, I've got myself tangled here somehow. There we go. Okay, so you can see that it really is very similar to the number 4 worsted weight shawl, but it has a different stripe sequence in 2 colors of yarn instead of uniform stripes in 3 colors of yarn, and we added dazzling sequins to the last 2 rows of the pattern. So just to compare, then I'll show you the number 4 worsted weight version in Be So Tender yarn. So notice how the stripes are uniform, and it's 3 different colors. So each stripe is 3 rows long, and then otherwise it's pretty much the same. Well, except it's much thicker. But then you go into a number 2 sport weight yarn with Be So Sporty, which is 100% bamboo instead of the worsted weight cotton, and you can see it has a lot more drape. We did it in a 2-color variation, and we staggered the stripes, so the stripe sequence is different. It goes from 3 rows to 2 rows to 1 row, and then we repeat that pattern of 3 rows, 2 rows, and 1 row for the stripe pattern in 2 colors of yarn, and so it doesn't repeat that often because you're using 2 colors and a 3-stripe sequence. So it kind of just makes it a little more confusing to the eye, and you don't see the pattern as well, which is kind of pretty. And then on the last 2 rows, we used Be So Dazzling yarn to really make it sparkle. So you could do this in Be So Tender yarn, you could do it in Be So Sporty yarn, Be So Sporty bling, and we went over a bunch of those colors last night. But today I thought it might be fun to pull some colors of Be So Fine and Be So Fine bling and dazzling yarn so you can see how those colors might go together. Because if you didn't want to stripe this, you could just do it in 1 ball of Be So Fine yarn. Or if you wanted to still stripe it, you could do it with Be So Fine tidbits. Wow, is it warm in here this morning? How can that be? Oh, but before we do that, I'm going to take my microphone off one more time because I want to show you how I think what little tip makes it work to put this around your neck. So if I just took it straight and wrapped it around my neck, it looks like a bib, right? That's not cute. It's too long. It just doesn't have the right look to it. I feel silly. I feel like I'm wearing one of those lobster bibs. So what I do, and then folding it up doesn't really work either, and trying to roll it up once you have it that long doesn't work either. So what I do is I take my hands and make a V with my thumb and my fingers like that, and I kind of cinch the whole thing together on like from shoulder distance apart with the point at the center still, but I do that cinching at the space that's about shoulder width apart, okay? So I've cinched everything here. Now wrap it around my neck. See how much shorter the bib portion of it gets? And it's a little offset right now. One side's a little bit longer than the other. I kind of like that, but if you didn't, you could zhuzh it and make it even on both sides as well. I just find because it has that gorgeous little mini pom-pom effect with the edging and the sparkle, I just think it's a little more it's a little more attention grabbing to see it offset a little bit. I don't know, I kind of like it. But if you wanted to make it more even, you would pay closer attention to where you wrapped, or even just adjust it a little more from here. But see how by cinching it at shoulder width, it gave me that depth of draping in here, and it gave me the right height that I needed, and lots of length here too. So if you cinch it with your hands in V's like this, about shoulder width apart, and just get it to where it feels right and you get the length that you want in the center, then do the wrap and turn, and you'll be all set. Now, if you wanted to continue on and use a shawl pin or a butterfly clip or something like that, you could really turn this into a cowl as well. You could continue draping it. You could pull this one up here and use one of the shawl pins. That would be super cute too. I know I have some butterfly clips around here. Who knows? I thought I had one. Is it back there? Yep, I do have a butterfly clip back here. I have secret projects back there behind the wall of yarn. I have some of the pieces from my brand new book back there that are ready for photography. Okay, So I don't want to mess up the microphone right now, so those of you that don't like that sound, I'm sorry. But if you kept folding these, you could pin it also with a butterfly clip. And how cute is that to have a little butterfly on there? If you like the butterfly clips, I have a whole bunch of them in my Amazon shop. And if you like the idea of the shawl pin, you can find this in my website shop in the accessories page. Speaking of my website, if you read your email from me yesterday, if you didn't, that's okay too, but if you did read your email from me yesterday, you know that I have a fun promotion going on from right now through the end of the weekend. And so for every dollar amount that you spend, you get free gifts. So if you spend $50 in my shop, you can email me with your order number and your choice of any PDF pattern in my shop, and I will email it to you for free. If you spend $100 in the shop, you get the free PDF pattern and a laundry bag. If you spend $200 in the shop, you get the free pattern, the laundry bag, and a bottle of Wrapture. And if you spend $300 in the shop, you get the free pattern, the laundry bag, the bottle of Wrapture, and a Create, Share, Inspire canvas tote bag. Of the PDF patterns, that also includes the PDF tutorials. So anything in that single pattern shop. So, you know, I have 4 shops in the drop down on my website. When you go straight to KristinOmdahl.com, it opens on the yarn shop. But if you want to shop for books, there's a drop down under shop for yarn, books, single patterns, and then accessories. And so on the single pattern page, anything that's PDF is included in this promotion. So even if you wanted to try one of the stitch pattern tutorials or a regular pattern, it doesn't matter. Anything that's PDF in that section could be chosen as the free gift with purchase. If anybody has any questions about that, please feel welcome to ask, because I know that when one person has a question, often it's a common question that other people have too. So don't feel, always feel welcome to ask. If I can answer you, I will. If I can't, you know, we'll get back to you another way. You know, some people like to ask about orders and stuff here and things that require the computer. I obviously can't answer live, but anything else I can answer live and otherwise get back to you in another way. But I'll wait a second here to see if there's any other questions. Oh, I just love this. I'm so excited about my new shawl. Don't you love that feeling when you have something new that has just the right amount of sparkle? Yes, I know you agree, Lisa. You like sparkle too. That's awesome. Lucy says yes. Judy, that you've made, even more so. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. Can't wait to show you the photos that I took of the shawl yesterday. I took some cute photos with a pretty navy blue lace dress to show kind of how you would make this a little more dressy. Obviously, dressing it down and wearing it like this is a no-brainer. This would be so easy to style this way. But because of the sequins, I felt like the photo shoot should be a little dressier. So I did put on high heels and a cute little navy blue dress. And it was funny, I looked at the photos and I was like, who is that? I mean, I had Spanx on, but I was surprised to see that I had curves in the right spots in the photo. So I was like, oh, okay. I guess it does show that I go to the gym 7 days a week now. I'm in my 4th month of doing it. Don't always feel like I'm making a difference, you know, physically. I know I am health-wise, but you don't always see the difference yourself. So looking at the photos, I was like, okay, I didn't look like that in a tight dress 4 months ago. You know what I mean? Thanks, Melissa. All right, so let's look. I did not bring every color of Be So Fine yarn. For some reason, I have this lovely little box of little mini hanks of all of the solid colors of Be So Fine that I use for samples to show all the colors. Couldn't find it for the life of me this morning. If I find it by Monday, we can do this again with the solid colors. So this morning I was able to bring all of the variegated colors, hand-dyed colors of Be So Fine and Be So Fine Bling with me. And I figured, didn't even bring that many of those. Jeez. So anyway, I have a few. And I think it might be helpful for anybody looking to do this shawl or even something else in Be So Fine yarn with dazzling held together, because honestly, there isn't a wrong way to hold sequins with another yarn to make a sparkly project. Whether you wanted to make a cowl, a scarf, a headband, an evening bag, or a shawl, seriously, there's no wrong way to add sequins to a project. The only thing that I think might be a challenge on a website is figuring out what color to choose. So what I thought I'd do this morning is go over a couple of options with you. Now, I know I have this color in both Fine and Fine Bling, but again, I rushed this morning. I just ran out of time to do this, so I can do it more properly on Monday if you want. But anyway, look at Lucky Bamboo. I love this color. Look at how pretty it looks with the turquoise or the lime green sequins. I mean, just spot on gorgeous. And then to show you the neutrals as well. Anytime you are unsure about adding a color sequence to a yarn, silver and gold will always work. No exception. They will always work. But if you want to add a color, I'm going to help you pick a couple of colors here this morning. Okay, so that would be super cute. Then with the London Blue Topaz, the turquoise is absolutely spot on. If you wanted to go contrast, you could go with the lime. If you wanted to go contrast, you could go with the fuchsia. That's actually really pretty too. And then no brainer with the silver and the gold. Neutrals are always good. The black, maybe. It just wouldn't be my first choice, that's all. Then let's look at some of the pinks. So this is Be So Fine Bling I'm showing right now. Here's Flaming Foliage and Pink Dragon Fruit. These are both really similar to the sporty versions I showed last night, and you'll see very easily that the fuchsia is a no-brainer. It would be gorgeous with both of them. The black might be beautiful with the Flaming Foliage. Actually, it might be beautiful with the Pink Dragon Fruit as well. It would be totally high contrast to go with the turquoise or the lime, although I can't say that that wouldn't be super cute. Kind of a Lily Pulitzer look. And then the silver and gold would both be gorgeous too. Okay, and then we've got, what's this one called? What is this one called? This one's Sunrise 08, and here it is in Be So Sporty, or Be So Fine and Be So Fine Bling. Here's Be So Fine and Be So Fine Bling. This is Sunrise 08, and silver I think would be my first choice for sure. The gold almost, see, because of the peach in there, I think you could go with the gold too. I think if you wanted to focus on the cooler side of this, I would stick with silver. And if you wanted to go a little warmer, then I would go with the gold. But I think either one would be absolutely gorgeous. So there it is in bling, and here it is without bling. And both would be pretty with the, but I would stick with one of those two. I don't think I'd go with a color with either of them, unless you wanted to go high contrast. I do have some Backyard Bougainvillea still. I love this colorway, and I would definitely like to see that with the fuchsia. And of the two neutrals, I think I would go with gold instead of silver, but that's my personal preference. If you like something else, you could go with a different color as well. These are just my suggestions and trying to help you see some things. Here's Pumpkin Spice. Definitely on the warmer side, so I think gold would be absolutely stunning with that. I think everything else would be a little more high contrast. Silver is still really neutral though. You could stick with silver, but any of the other colors I think would be high contrast. The green, the lime green, the turquoise, and the raspberry and the black. I think that of the six, silver and gold, but gold would just be stunning with that. Okay, and then I have, oh, this is I think that's a sporty. We'll put that one off to the side. And I do have a Sunrise 06 here this morning, and I think that this would be beautiful with turquoise and with lime. It would be beautiful with gold or silver. And I know I have more colors, and I ran out of time. Oh, here's a plumeria already wrapped up and ready to go. Plumeria would be beautiful with gold because it has all that yellow in it. It does have some green in it too and some peach, so the green might be beautiful, but definitely the gold or the silver. And then I have some Carnival. This is how the yarn comes. I know I don't talk about this very often because I always show it in the hank form because I think people prefer to see colors in the hank form. But Be So Fine, Be So Sporty, Be So Fine Bling, and Be So Sporty Bling all come wound into a center pole ball. All my yarns come wound. I wind everything all the time. And then these particular yarns come in the drawstring bag, storage bag, with a pot of Wrapture. So some of them I have wound already, ready to ship. This is Carnival, and it has raspberry and turquoise and some dusty purple in it. And so the fuchsia would be stunning with that. The turquoise would be stunning with that. Gold or silver would be perfectly fine and beautiful with that. Little bit of contrast, maybe the lime green, and I think the black would be definitely high contrast. If you wanted to stay more tonal, I would stick with the turquoise or the fuchsia. I have made a top out of this one. It is not published yet. I should publish it soon. See, is it handy? It's not handy. I have a beautiful top that I've made in this color and that I will be publishing soon. It's all lace, but so, so pretty. Here's another backyard bougainvillea. So you can see how different the colors look once you wind it into a ball versus in the hank form, which is why I show colors in the hank form, even though, and I don't really show it in the bag. It's still beautiful. You can still see all the colors, but I think for on camera, I think you can see the colors better, don't you? I think it's easier to see them that way. But it's easier to work out of a ball, obviously. And so that's why I ship them like this. I know a lot of people at home don't have a lot of experience with winding yarn, and that's why I offer the service for free for every purchase. And then I have some Chantilly lace here. Chantilly lace, I think you could do absolutely anything with it. I think doing high contrast could be fun. So you could definitely do the rainbow with the black, the fuchsia, you could go turquoise or lime. But if you wanted to look angelic or Greek goddess-like, you would definitely want to do gold or silver, and that would just be out of this world. I would love to do many pieces in Chantilly lace in solid bamboo or in bling and add gold or silver. I think for me, I would add gold, but I don't know, silver too. They're both beautiful. Does anybody want to see anything that I didn't show? I'll pause a minute here and see, because I know I did a lot of straight talking and not reading. Gail, you look what way every day? I missed that. Maybe it's a side conversation. I might have missed the whole thing. Well, so much for curling my hair. I mean, if you look at from minute 1 of the podcast to now, what are we at, 23 minutes? What a difference in my hair. What's the name of the silver color? I'm guessing you mean the silver color of this. This is Sunrise 08, and this is Be So Fine and Be So Fine Bling. Or if you're talking about the sequins itself, this is color silver. I went with super plain names on the sequin yarns to, to just keep it simple. Oh, Gail, if you wanted to look like the Greek goddess. Oh, okay, and you look like a Greek goddess every day. Lucky you. Thanks, Rebecca. I'm just going to wait and see if there's any comments because I know I probably missed a whole bunch while I was chatting away. Oh, you can see a peek of a new project to the side over here. Oh, was this? Oh, we'll talk about that another day. But there is a sneak peek of a project back there. I wonder, can you see any other of the sneaks? Nope, they're hidden behind the yarn. How many do I have back there? I've got 1, 2... Oh, I've got 3 projects for the new book hidden back there. And then one's peeking out. That scarf is peeking out. That's one of the pieces from the new book. Had a very complicated chart for that one, but it's done now. We got a bunch of patterns that are ready for tech editing this week. I'll be sending them off to tech editors as soon as I get photos done, which hopefully can be later today. Wow, no questions. Well, that's great. Thanks, Melissa. So the new book, let's see, will this be book 18? The new book will be, we're going to present it the same way we did as we did the Layers book. I will be offering some discount promotions on the pre-order and sending out new patterns every week since everybody had so much fun doing that last time. And so the ebook, when it's in pre-order, will be on sale. When it's ready for publishing, it'll be full price. And anybody that purchases the pre-order price of the ebook will get a coupon code for a discount off of the print book, just like we did with Layers. So we'll do all of that pretty similar. I know, thanks, Joe. I know a lot of people really enjoyed this format, and it was so fun watching how much fun you guys had that I would definitely like to do it the same way again. So thanks, Lisa. So I will be doing all of it the same way again. I am a couple weeks away from launching the pre-order, so I won't be saying the name of the book until we get to that point. But we'll still call it book 18 for this point, I guess. But this one will be all crochet, and there will not be 2 books launching at the same time. That was quite challenging, I have to say. So we're only going to do one at a time, but in the next couple of weeks I will be launching the pre-order of the ebook, just like we did with the Layers books. And then from there, every week you'll get a new email with new patterns until the whole thing is done. Then when the whole book is done, you'll get your final copy of the ebook along with a coupon code to get a discount off the print book should you want both. Whew, I think I said that all right. You never know. Okay, and what other tricks do I have up my sleeve this morning? I thought I had something else in here to show you. I'm excited for the new book too, Cindy, and I think you're going to all love it a lot. It's going to be a little bit of I think there'll be something for everybody in it. It's going to have lots of fun ideas. I sure hope so. Well, I thought I brought my Create, Share, Inspire notebooks with me this morning, and I don't see them, so let me just run and grab one real quick. I'll grab one of the new ones, one of number 6. Okay, so this is book number 6 that came out last month, and as of a couple of days ago, I launched book number 7 on Amazon. So you can find any of all 7 of these books on Amazon. And I have to say, if you have never done any creative journal writing before or any journaling of any kind, I cannot recommend it highly enough. I've been doing this for years and years and years. I've been using inspirational quotes for motivation, for inspiration, for focus, for all sorts of good reasons for many, many years. And I've been writing my thoughts down, whether it's writing lists, writing thoughts, writing wishes, writing gratitude, whatever it is, anything that you write, you are so much more likely to bring to fruition once you write it down. It's healthy to get things out of your head. It's healthy to get things on paper, and it helps you to stay organized. I find that this is one of the keys to my success, is the fact that I not religiously, but repeatedly write things down. And like I said, there's no wrong way to do it. If you want to write about gratitude, if you want to write about your creative process, if you want to write ideas down for new projects, if you want to make lists, if you want to get your thoughts out of your head and on paper, if you don't have someone that you trust that you can talk to, there's no wrong way to talk to yourself or write things down on paper. And so when I created these books, it was to share that with all of you, because it's something that I've used for so many years that I love. And so all 7 of them are available on my Amazon shop. So it's Create, Share, Inspire Notebook. They're all volume 1 for the first year, and then they're issues 1 through 7. You can find them in my Amazon shop, amazon.com/shop/Kristin Omdahl, or you can search them by name, and they're available in all the Amazon markets all over the world. Each one has 31 pages to write on, along with 31 inspirational quotes that I've curated, and the date is left open on purpose. So there may be days when you don't want to write every day. There might be a day that you skip. And just like with any other routine of self-improvement that you're trying to do, it is okay to make a mistake. It is okay to skip a day. What do you do when you realize you've made a mistake? You get back up and you just keep moving forward. That's it. No shame, no giving yourself a hard time, no quitting. Just say, okay. You don't have to worry that the dates, I skip days, and that's exactly why I left the date stamp open like that. You choose what day of the week it is. You choose what the actual date is. It's important to me to keep it as low shame as possible. And by doing that, it's okay if you skip a day, because honestly, the purpose of this is to make yourself feel better. And the best way to make yourself feel better is to give yourself room for human error, right? So anyway, having said all that, I will randomly pick a quote from this book. I haven't shared quotes from this one yet, so I know a lot of you are excited. Oh, I have new drawings in this one too. I draw some beautiful roses on here. So you can also do some coloring in here. If you want to buy pens from me, I have some beautiful colorful pens, or if you have coloring pencils or pens at home, that's fine too. But it is fun to do some coloring or doodling over here as you're getting ready to write, because sometimes it helps to settle your mind a little bit. Rebecca, you could use this at any point in your life, but yes, if you feel like you're at a time in your life when you need it, absolutely. Naughty Little Skein, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so are we ready for the first? Oh, should I go to the first page? Oh, no, I'm going with the random page I chose because I love this quote. This is by Booker T. Washington. You can't hold a man down without staying down with him. Isn't that amazing? This just reminds me of turning the other cheek, moving on, letting karma do its work for somebody else. Just do the non-reaction. Reaction is the best way to not give attention to negative behavior. I love it so much. And this is a good visual reminder. I get a visual when I hear this one because, right, if you're trying to push someone down, you can't, look at, my arm went down. If I'm staying up here, I'm still up. But if I'm pushing someone down, I physically can't do that unless I'm going down too. So whether it's emotionally, mentally, verbally, or physically, Booker T. Washington is so right. You can't hold a man down without staying down with him. Let it go. Let them go. Let it go. Move on. Think about something happy. If it's just puppies wagging their tails or kittens purring, it doesn't matter. You don't have to think about the situation at hand to create positive thoughts in your head. No matter what's bothering you, think about anything positive. Think about, come back and watch one of these videos and look at the pretty colors mixed together and dream about which colors you love the most. If looking at color is what makes you happy, watch one of my sunrise or sunset videos. I posted one this morning from that I recorded 2 nights ago. If you want to watch a sunset with me, come watch that to cheer yourself up. If you've got pets at home, or if there's whatever brings you joy, think about that when someone's bothering you. I find that is one of the most helpful things to pull me out of a slump. Anyway, I've rattled on way longer than 30 minutes, so I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that bell notification button so you could be notified every time I go live. Like I just mentioned, I do have new videos if you'd like to see them. There's a new Create Zen video with a beautiful sunset the other night. There's new tutorial videos on my channel. There's always new Create, Share, Inspire podcasts to watch. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Oh, and don't forget to go check out my blog and check out the sale details so you can see all the different ways that you can buy more and get more free gifts this weekend. The sale's going on through Sunday night. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and I'll see you Monday. Bye.